Welcome to Amazing Charcuterie Boards. Today we are making a flag charcuterie board for the 4th of July. To make this board, I'm using a detox platter, which you can get on Amazon or search for detox. You're basically going to take layers of red, white, and blue ingredients for this board, and you're just going to create rows and then leave a spot in the top left corner to make the blue part of the flag. So for the rows, you're going to be white and red alternating. So for the first row, we're using salami here to make the first red little line here. I folded my salami in half just to make it easier to fit in the row here. It's helpful if before you start to assemble the board, you actually put all the ingredients out together. So for the next row, I'm going to use a white layer. So I'm going to make a layer of white crackers. And you can choose any cracker. I chose these because they're just small, so I'm making this board on a medium-sized board. And I don't want really big crackers because they would take up too much space. So I'm going to go ahead and just lay those crackers right across the whole board. And then I'm going to go in for my next red layer. So for the next layer, I'm going to choose, again, the color red. So you can use any fruit. But for this one, I'm going to use a row of raspberries. So I'm going to get my raspberries out. You could also use half cut up tomatoes. You could put the strawberry layer here. And I'm just going to spread them across and then put them into this row. I love including a lot of fruit on this board. That's why I use the raspberries and the strawberries. But you can also really go with, I mentioned the tomatoes, but you can also use things like peppers and anything else that's red that will add kind of a different feel to the overall board. So after I've got my raspberries in here, I'm going to lay out my sliced cheese. And I've already sliced this and had it ready to go. You can decorate or design this any way you want. I just use large pieces of sliced cheese that I'm just going to lay out here in this pattern. All right, next I am going to go in for my next red layer. But because I'm getting over about 2/3 of the board done, I'm actually only going to go across the board halfway for this next layer. So I'm going to get, my next layer is going to be my prosciutto. And so I'm going to pull this out and just put it about halfway across for my next row. And this is going to be leaving that space for my blueberries that are going to form the background of the blue part of the flag. My next row of cheese is going to be just cube cheese. For these, both cheeses are both a cheddar cheese. You can use any white cheese that you like, but I wanted to make this easy, so I just used one type of cheese for this board. And then my very top row is going to be my strawberries. You can see that a charcuterie board that has some sort of edge is really helpful to keep all of your ingredients inside. All right, so next I'm going to go ahead and just dump my blueberries on. And these are just going to form that top corner and spread those out. If you haven't already cut up your little stars, you can use a cookie cutter to cut your stars up, or you can simply use a knife and just cut them up. And you can put as many as you want on here. I just did 6 because of the size of the board, but these are so cute and really add kind of a festive feel and really complete the flag look of this charcuterie board. And that is really it. This is such a fun board to serve up at a barbecue or a picnic or just in your backyard on the 4th of July. Please like and subscribe.